Hey everybody, it's Big Hill here, doing another little vlog type video. Now, I've watched The Hobbit, the first one, the first part of the three that have come out so far, and I enjoyed it to a certain extent. There were bits in it that obviously I didn't like because it wasn't in the book, and I like to think that the book would be taken half seriously in the sense that Peter Jackson and the folks might want to actually just go by what the book said and fill in a couple of the small gaps, not just go completely mad. Now, I've alluded to this in a previous video. This video is going to be about the second part. Now, the second part is due out this December, I believe. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, around later this year, basically the end of the year. And I've seen the trailer, and I recommend everyone to stop this video now, and if they haven't already seen this trailer, go and watch the trailer for the second part. Right, if you've just come back to me, or if you've already seen it, then you may have seen a few things in that obviously you may like or you may not like, or if you've read the books you'd know don't exist. I will allude to the first thing that pretty much annoyed the shit out of me as soon as I saw the trailer was a character called Toriel, or Tariel, or however you want to pronounce the name, played by the lady from Lost, Evangeline Lilly, her name is. Now, that character, along with Orlando Bloom's Legolas character, do not exist in The Hobbit. There's no mention of any Toriel or Legolas in the Hobbit book. Now, I don't know what they are supposed to be doing. I don't know how involved they are going to get with any kind of fight that may happen in this film or the next part of the film. All I know is that they are in the trailer for some reason, and they are on some kind of quest because obviously this Toriel elf lady says that if it's not their fight, who is its fight, basically. I mean, you get the gist from actually watching the trailer. Now, I have no idea what they are supposed to be doing. All I know is that it annoyed me intensely because they don't actually exist in the book. I mean, I've read the book a lot, and I know if there is any mention of any Toriel or any mention of any Legolas in the book at all. Now, I'm going to move past that, and I'm going to have a look at the rest of the trailer and see what else kind of points its ugly little head. Now, there's a bit where Bard the Bowman, as he's known in this film, played by Luke Evans, who I regard as a very good actor, warns the group, Thorin and Bilbo and all the folks, not to awaken the dragon. Now, as far as I can remember, Bard never even talks to the group until way after they even disturb the dragon, even get to the mountain, let alone disturb the dragon. So I can understand why they wanted to get him a little bit more time, because obviously his character is fairly important. Probably not until the last part of the trilogy. I can understand that they want to obviously pull him into the story. That's fair enough. I'm not too bothered about that. I mean, that's the creative side of things working to the advantage of the film, as far as I'm concerned. Now, the last kind of bit I want to go through is that we see Gandalf, and we see Sylvester McCoy, who plays Radagast the Brown. They're actually going to visit the Necromancer, who is technically Sauron. If you didn't already know, I apologise for that massive spoiler. The Necromancer that Gandalf and Radagast kind of find in the woods in Mirkwood in the first film is technically Sauron. I believe it's Sauron anyway. I mean, it doesn't really tell you that it is Sauron, but everyone kind of believes it is Sauron. Yeah, it is. I've literally just pressed a button and confirmed that. Anyway, this is only alluded to in the book. As I said in the first video that I did talking about the Hobbit, the first part of the Hobbit, I said that it only alludes to it. It only says that Gandalf goes off and does stuff, and then comes back later on. Now, the way this film works, from just looking at the trailer, is that they've just landed on that rock. They've kind of completely ignored a scene that's in the book where they talk with the eagles. The eagles decide, instead of actually being an integral part of the actual film, which they are in the book, we'll just skip that part because we don't know how to make eagles act real. Because obviously in real life eagles don't talk to men, and there's no massive eagles that size. So yeah, whatever. From there, Gandalf basically says, we've gone too far north where I wanted to come through the mountains, so we're going to go via a friend of his, or someone he knows who is not actually a friend. I've got to just remember what the hell this guy's name is. What's his name? I should know this, considering I am supposedly a buff when it comes to basically I can't remember his bloody name. It's the name of the bear, basically the bear who changes. Bjorn, that's it. I knew it began with B. Anyway, so Bjorn maybe is probably how you'd pronounced his name. Maybe not Bjorn, but Bjorn. Anyway, they go and meet Bjorn. That's not actually alluded to in the trailer at all. So I am assuming, unfortunately, that his part may be dwindled as much as the sense that they may not even have put much work into that side of things. Because really, in the book, they don't stay with him very much, really. They visit him for like one night, and then the next day they move on. So from there, they are put on the right path, and they go through Mirkwood, and they go and get attacked by spiders in pursuit of elves, and that's when the elves come about. Now in the trailer you see Legolas come upon the elves. Didn't happen. Excuse me while I have a drink. It didn't happen at all. In the book, Legolas wasn't there. Didn't happen. They get taken. All of them get captured, apart from Bilbo. They get taken into the what's his name, Thorodin or whatever his name is, Thranduil, sorry, who is the king of the elves in Mirkwood, and they get taken in there, obviously, as you do, and the dwarves in the book get like not tortured as such, but they get interrogated into a certain amount, especially Thorin, who really is like kind of put upon in the book, trying to basically the king's trying to find out what the hell's going on, and then they escape in barrels. Now I'm paraphrasing a lot here because Bilbo Baggins does a good job, and he's still invisible from wearing the ring, and he basically gets them escape. Now, as far as I'm aware, if you look at the trailer, you see that the elves are actually chasing the barrels in the water, which, I'm going to say this now, doesn't happen in the book. The elves don't know that they have escaped until much later on, and they don't know they've escaped. The elves in the stream don't know they've escaped until the barrels end up right in the middle of Lake Town, which is quite close to the Lonely Mountain. Now, I'm kind of paraphrasing the book and what I've seen in the trailer here, so I apologise for anyone who's actually getting spoiled by this, but this is just how I'm feeling at the moment. So they get into Lake Town, and in the book, Lake Town is run by the Master of Lake Town, or the Master of the Coin, or something like that. and who is going to be played by Stephen Fry, which is someone I'm actually looking forward to seeing. You don't actually see him in the trailer. You do, however, see Bard, which is what I've alluded to earlier on. In this, they reach in the evening, and they basically say we're here to take back the Lonely Mountain, because there's some kind of prophecy going on. And the Lake Town people believe it, and they give them food, and they get them all back to strength, and they're there for a few days. Now, in the film, I don't know what happens, because obviously I've never seen the film. But if it's purely from the trailer, you take what is shown from the trailer, then during those days, somewhere along the line, Bard, who is technically a nobody in the town, although in some circles he is known to be the king of Dale, which is the town that was destroyed by the dragon 50 years ago or whenever it was. Not many people know that, so he's not really that big. He's described in the book as someone who is a very skilled archer, and it's not until later on that people realise that he is technically the king of Dale, a bit like Aragorn in that sense. So from there, they obviously go to the Lonely Mountain, just Frodo and the dwarves, and they obviously find the hidden door, which is not really alluded to in the trailer, but you see it. You kind of see it at the end of the first film, where the bird at the end of the first film goes to the Lonely Mountain and starts knocking. That's technically knocking on the that's like the what is it? That's the prophecy or something. I don't know. Anyway, and then you get a little spike of Frodo actually meeting the dragon. Sorry, not Frodo, Bilbo. Frodo also doesn't exist in this book yet, so anything you see with Frodo in the film is complete bullshit. But in a way, I completely understand with the way they've kind of made this film, in a sense that the storyline kind of has to fulfill everyone's expectation of the film. If you've ever read the book, though, like I have, like most people have when it comes to these sort of stuff, you know, the book's been around for like 50, 60, 70 years. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people, more people have read the book at this point than probably will see the film within a month of seeing the film, I reckon. Obviously, that'll start to overturn, because not many people, young people nowadays, will actually want to read the books when they know they've got a film they can watch, if you understand me. Anyway, so I don't know what is going to happen from here in regards to where the storyline is going to go. I don't really know where the storyline ends in the trailer, because obviously it's just a trailer, it's not the full film. So I'm going to give you this heads up. Take out of it as much as you will, little or much, depending on how you feel. If you are the same, not incensed but annoyed slightly about how the storyline is being portrayed by Peter Jackson, then let me know in the comments below about how annoyed you may feel about this. And that's it, really. Let me know in the comments. I know people are going to like the film and going to say, we'll just get over it. But the Lord of the Rings and J.R.R. Tolkien is a passion to me, and I wish they'd get these things right, or as close to being right as possible without losing their integrity in terms of going off on a complete wild, crazy thing. So, oh God, I'm tired. Apologies. That's it. Thanks very much for watching. I hope this hasn't been too boring and shit. So, anyway, see you soon.